I got caught selling weed, so I gave the rest out to little kids. I sold weed for about 5 years and had many customers. I had no job and lived a really fun life. New clothes every week. Blah blah. One day, I get approached by undercover cops after I drove past them and they checked my details and found I'd been reported by someone who saw me dealing. Anyway, I got arrested etc. Locked up but released the same night. With court pending. When I got back home, I thought I should get rid of what I had. Which wasn't much because I would buy half a pound every Friday and the cops got me on a Friday. Right before I bought my next half pound, I made up a bunch of sticks 1-gram baggies and I drove around just throwing them out the window. To random people. I saw these guys on scooters so I threw a couple in front of them. But as I drove past, I realized they were children. Like 8 years old. I saw them pick it up and get excited but I kept driving. I still think about those kids and wonder if they smoked it. But hope they went and gave it to their dad or older brother or some shit. Oh my god, you're the guy the Facebook moms are worried about. At 8 years old I would not have known what weed looked like enough to get excited. Probably wasn't their first time with it. You are wild for throwing out weed like that lol. If this was in the era of the DARE program, they probably took it directly to the police as directed. Weed is an immediate gateway to injecting a speedball directly into your temple in a matter 48 hours after your first encounter with it. Upside down face. Did you call yourself Mr. Nice Guy too? So, the undercover cops checked your details and someone accused you of dealing? Then you went to jail without proof of intentional of sale or possession? We must remember this is a confession subreddit melting face. Even if your actions were messed, you did need to get that off your chest. Why do these things never happen to me? And then everybody in the hood came out of their houses and clapped. A moral Robin Hood. Dude got caught and did community service before the judge even saw him. Chances are they didn't know what to do with it. Kids are stupid. When I was 13 I tried to smoke a Tic Tac. Don't worry about it. I'm sure they were responsible citizens and disposed of the bags properly. Yo, not gonna lie. I was kinda appalled when I read this. Glad to read you didn't know they were children until after you threw it at them, and glad to read you still think back to it. You may not be such a bad person, just made some poor choices. Last Halloween a husband and wife were charged after handing out 600 milligrams THC gummies to kids who were trick-or-treating. That's bad. What you did is funny. Are people actually justifying the fact that you gave drugs to kids by saying weed is no big deal? It isn't harmful to adults, but alcohol and pot are horrible for developing brains, and this is not. Okay, I know that op knows it was a mistake, but everybody else needs to stop saying it's just pot. Delusional asses. Dude, delete this fucking post RN. Personally, I would have given it to your best customer. That's what I would have done with it rather than give it out to some little kids. Hopefully they didn't smoke it. But then again, I didn't learn how to roll until I was like 18, so I don't think there's any harm. But my little sister could roll at 12. I've always thought the first time I smoked was with my little sister was weird. I'm 11 years older than her. Ahahaha. Whoops. It was laced. I'm just kidding. This confession is crazy though. I was about 12 when my sister was telling mom about some kids that got stoned at school. My dumbass thought they were throwing stones at each other or something. This is what my record says. NSWCN Local Court 1601-2013 Offense: Supply a prohibited drug. Result H7778190 bond S9 3 years SUPVNSW prob service to continue with counseling group programs at nominated place as directed. Drug to be destroyed. 1601-2013 offense deal with property suspected proceeds of crime. Result H7778190 fine $800 costs court $83. This is what DARE trained me for. Some kids may have eaten it or something not harmful, I don't think. Haha. Shit, the DARE cop came through school, showed us all the drugs when I was 8 or 9. I was on the lookout since that day, lol. They definitely smoked it, you should have stopped them. That's a shit thing to do. This is so stupid but made me laugh so hard, LMAO. If this is a true story then it's fucked up and also comedic at the same time, lol. Someone seeing you dealing isn't how an arrest works. Had they arrested and charged you with distribution, they would have raided your house as well and you wouldn't have weed to throw away. A half a pound a week isn't even enough weed to make a living on. But cool story. Not your brightest move, poop. Nigga, this is funny. I know my latest confession will cop a lot of a liar if people can't believe this one, lol. WTF is wrong with you people? Child endangerment, I think. Awful, so careless. Well, they found it. That technically means you didn't give it away. It was an accident, you're okay. When I was 8, I snuck out to a wild party. Got intoxicated with weed and rum. Got back home and coincidentally met my drunk dad. We both got inside the house and my dad was like, "Dad, young girl, you look so familiar. But I ain't got a clue of where I met you, I swear." Me, it's true, I think I know you somewhere too, but can remember where either. But we can be friends, right? Dad, yes, for sure. My mom, seeing all this, got so scared and started praying the devil is a liar. My kid sister played the video for me and Dad to watch and we were so ashamed. Makes sense to me. Damn. They prob thought it was cigs. It is what it is. It is safe for those kids to smoke that bud than to run up in a medicine cabinet chugging cough syrup or popping pills. Guess I was at the wrong place, wrong time, pensive face. Yeah, that didn't happen. None of this ever happened and you sound like an idiot. You are a terrible person and a loser. Do you possess no virtue? Yeah, this didn't happen. When this happened to me, I just gave it all away in Halloween candy. Weed has never killed anyone. Alcohol will. Bro, you are Jesus Christ, but better. If this is true, you are wrong. More to the story, please. What happened in court? Worth it? Did you stop after? They did not smoke it. They were 8 LMAO. They didn't know how to roll joints or pack bowls. I bet it was on Halloween. I bet they had their panties in a massive bunch about it. Why would you chuck the weed out like that? I've never known of anybody to get arrested because someone reported them for selling something. The only evidence they had was that someone reported you? What country are you in, Afghan? Come on, stick is 1.4 grams. Bruh, you are the person the DARE officers in elementary school warned us about. I was just saying how I have never been approached by someone random giving out free drugs, and that sucks because I could use some free weed. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. 8 years old? They had no idea. I didn't know what weed was until L discovered my garden hose looked shorter. L asked my teenage son. He eventually said it was for his bong. L said, "What the heck is a bong?" He admitted he smoked weed, deadpan face.